I'm Ataita, and I'm ITDE doctoral student at Bachelor School of Education and Human Services at Nova Southeastern University. This documentation is about learners' motivation in a distance education environment. I think and I believe, and as maybe all of you do, that motivation is crucial in any environment, especially distance education environment. Let's take a look at different aspects of learners' motivation in a distance learning environment, including, let's see, the definition of the motivation, characteristics of learners' motivation, and different factors that influence learners in achieving their learning outcome. Motivation is a force of action that influences behavior to achieve a desired outcome.
Hello, my name is James Drew, and I'm currently a student attending Full Sail University online. So from a student perspective, I noticed that the characteristics of motivation are really people that are hardworking and really looking to sort of connect with other classmates. I personally connect with about 3 or 4 different classmates a week. We go back and forth, trade different ideas and different concepts back and forth related to our different theses.
The easiest way to tell if an online learner is motivated is to see how often and how completely they participate. The threaded discussion is one of the most effective tools to determine motivation, because you can look at the student's participation in the thread, see when they participated, because when they participated is listed, and see how they react to the threads of others. Motivation is something that's internally driven but facilitated by the instructor.
As an online student, self-motivation is really the key to being successful online. It's important to take the initiative and really reach for your goals, continue to fight to get to the end of the program, and staying self-motivated is the only way that that's actually going to happen.
Effective learners are motivated because of the desire to understand, to gain new knowledge, to be able to contribute to the new knowledge that's being developed. So internal motivation is of critical importance, and that's probably the most important kind of motivation, especially in higher education. Learner-to-learner interaction can help students become motivated as they realize that other students have something to offer to them. Other students have ideas that help them understand, and that motivates them to interact with each other in order to clarify their level of understanding.
Learner-to-learner interaction is another key component to the success of an online program, as well as your success to an online student. I work, like I said, with multiple people in my program constantly. Currently, I've been going back and forth with one of my friends, Patrick. He's creating a coloring book for children, and I've given him feedback on his book, his designs, his website, as well as got feedback from him on my thesis for my campus.
Learner-to-instructor interaction. In the old days, the instructor was the primary source of motivation, and that was through giving examinations, giving tests, requiring homework, and grading those assignments and homework activities. That motivated learners. Now the role of the instructor is to facilitate, to provide an environment, to provide the learning resources that are needed, and to make sure that students are using those resources in an effective way. So the level of motivation of the student is not determined by the instructor, but facilitated by the instructor.
The student-teacher interaction, to me, is really another key component to my success in the program. All of my teachers are very, very responsive and available, both online and offline. If I need to call them, I can call them. Because Full Sail's program is basically all handled on the Mac platform, we use iChat a lot to converse back and forth with one another.
Well, how institutions are perceived is critical to contributing to the level of motivation of the student. In other words, if the standards of an institution and program are high, that's going to make it clear to students that they need to participate. They need to develop their sense of self-motivation. They need to seek out knowledge. They need to seek out understanding. So the entire climate of the institution can help determine the level of motivation that a student has in an individual course or an individual activity.
It's important for the institution to really focus on the core structure of the entire program and really make it easy to follow and have everything organized. That's one thing that Full Sail does really well. Their syllabus is broken down in a very intuitive way, and from what I've seen, from what I've experienced, it's really helped me succeed and be more motivated to get everything done on time and to my best abilities.
Instructor in today's online environment is responsible for providing a rich and robust learning environment. As I like to say, we designed the course to be rigorous. The role of the instructor is to help you meet that challenge of rigor. So the role of the instructor is not to make you become motivated, to make you have an interest in the subject area, but rather to help provide that environment that makes you want to learn, seek out new knowledge, and contribute to that knowledge that you've acquired yourself.
Full Sail's course content is really rich and engaging. We use a variety of different multimedia components, both through their site and their custom developed learning platform, as well as other third-party programs like Wimba and iChat.
Most instructors don't think about how I motivate students. They think about how we design instruction in an effective way, how we follow the instructional systems design process. And that's probably a mistake, because as we design instruction, we need to know our learners. We need to know what are the critical ideas to them. For example, the young learners of today in high schools, let's say, in an online virtual course, are used to using social networking, are used to multitasking, are used to a variety of technological tools to learn from and with. So as instructors, we need to take that into account as we design instruction. So the role of the online course curriculum developer, the instructor, is to know the student, know their expectations, and not necessarily cater to those expectations, but understand them as the course is designed.
From a student perspective, I really believe that taking all of the various components, the rich media, the syllabus, and combining it all to fit an individual student's learning style is really the key to building a highly motivational course and keeping the students' engagement up